just went for a walk and I was thinking about how we're all on welfare and how like they breed us here in the U.S. That's pretty much all our function is that we're obedient breeders. What they do is they make us because we have innocent children. Like you can have two retards and have a completely normal kid. So they want the kid. The problem with that is that the middle class people like start conflicting with us whenever we have these problems because like their kids end up either popping out normal or disabled and then they have to fight our kids and they kind of get into this little war thing. Um, that's probably why they made college like the avenue to success and the military the avenue to like homelessness. Um, yeah, it's just so that they stay in like a certain kind of caste thing. And yeah, it's pretty much like people who are institutionalized remain institutionalized and they make it so that you can never really rise above. Like they make it so only a few can rise above and the rest of us are pretty much screwed over. It's like, wow, you have nothing to bring to the table. Here's your welfare. And now we're going to try to kill you for it 1,000 times because we get into this fight and they don't really realize what they're fighting. Like they think that we're just lazy when we can't do anything productive. Um, but it's that we don't have enough to offer to the table. So um, there's no point in even coming to the table. And then they get really mad when we try to quit civilization. A few of us do this, and you can hear like nausea coming after those, like the people who are, or I guess youthless actually, people who are just hanging their clothes up on the garbage in the garb wasteland and like screw civilization, just whatever, man. You kind of get burnt out of it. It's like there's nothing to do here, and I can just hunt. I can even hunt. A retard can hunt. So yeah, there's no point in me even participating in the civilization. And they get really pissy about that. Like I tried to leave civilization too. I just kind of like fished on my own and stuff. And they were like, no, we have to help you. And I'm like, no, you don't. All you want to do is kill me and put me in this stupid caste system and make me have all these innocent babies that'll just get destroyed. Like in order for me to be successful, I have to have at least 7 kids. And like I have to make sure that they're programmed to be successful and that they know how to avoid all these traps. So basically, I have to raise a bunch of little sociopaths, and you thought being a normal mom was difficult. Excuse me. Raising the future psycho and sociopaths of America is not an easy job. I just want to say that. So anyway, our innocent children screw up the caste system. That's why I hate freedom. That's why I hate America. I'm like, I absolutely hate this country, and I hope it burns. Because I like caste systems and stuff where there is no hope and you don't have all this weird rising stuff and conflicting interest. Like there could actually be peace on Earth, I swear. I mean, at least a decent peace where the conflict of interest is kind of kept to a minimum, to where you're only competing in stuff that you're actually assigned to compete in instead of being like all over the place. Like I have to dodge all the having children at like 16 and all that crap. Like I had to fight all that off, and then I still ended up on welfare. And Aspen's like, Mwahaha, you end up fat on antipsychotics and you're on welfare, and it was because you were so mean to me in high school, and it's just like those movies. So she's a successful veterinarian or something right now. I don't know what she does. But yeah, she's completely like, I sent her an email a while ago and she ignored it. So yeah, expect to be targeted. Not really. I'm going to go after the most vulnerable because they seem like they're the easiest. I mean, probably little kids and stuff. Scream away. Scream, scream, scream. They live right next to a playground, but I also live next to the police station. My goal is not to get shot down, but to, like, at least kill enough to make an impression and then, like, move on from there and be like, get disabled kids out of the school. Like, that's my whole point. Stop breeding us. Because you can read how unhappy our lives are just on that LD thing. Like, a few of them still are optimistic and like, I have all these disabilities, but I have an ability. And then they'll hit the real world and they'll realize that everybody just hones in on their disability constantly. And that there's no chance of success ever. Like, the only chance of success I ever had was the military, pretty much in garrison. And that blew up because I was hit by tracers and stuff. So, anyway, yeah, that was my bad. But that's okay. Yeah, my sergeant warned me about that. He's like, you know what's going to happen when you get out of here? And it's like, yeah, I know what's going to happen. Sure, whatever. Roll my eyes and just walk on. You stupid, stupid, stupid. If I could just slap my 21-year-old self. He's like, and you know what they'll do once they get you on all those drugs? And because he knew that she was working on the diagnosis and stuff. And it was just stupid of me to do. Because I thought I could make it on my own. I thought that, well, my abilities would rise above my disabilities, you know, like a movie, and it never does because they always pin you down with your disabilities. And it's on welfare for all of us forever because Madonna was competing with me indirectly. Yeah, that sounds really horrible to say. Her little minions were. and they had to take me out somehow, so they disabled me.